Tide Talk with Webb is back. Bama wins, baby. Man, I tell you, that was one heck of a game, man. I didn't even get to watch it. I was working. Well, I have a lot going on right now in my life, but it was phenomenal. I went back after the game, got to rewatch it, and Bama I can't tell you how proud I am of where they've come since we played South Florida to where they are now. I mean, just complete team, playing great. I mean, probably one of Saban's best coaching jobs to date. I mean, by far. Hats off to Georgia. Georgia played one heck of a game. They played a great game. Like I said, the only thing I think was a huge difference in the game was they sold out on trying to stop Milroe from running. They brought two safeties down, two spies. So Georgia, all their defensive backs were on an island the whole game, which opened up some great passing, and from Milroe, and got to give hats off to Bond. He made that amazing catch. I mean, everybody kept saying, "Oh, they should review it. They should review it." No, it's clearly a catch. I've watched it from every angle, and that's not a Bama homer. I mean, that's legit. Was amazing. And I even said it regardless going into Sunday. If we didn't get in, I'm so proud of this team from what they've done, and we got to hang our heads high, regardless. And let's be honest, and I feel bad for Florida State, but let's be really honest. When Bama's got strength of schedule that's fifth in the nation, and Florida State's is 55th, you don't have a lot of room to talk. And if Georgia wasn't coming off two back-to-back national championships and a 29-game winning streak, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Florida State's in. I mean, if you had Florida State and they're undefeated like they are, conference champions of the ACC, but Georgia was ranked number 2 or number 3 and Bama beats them, the SEC's out of the national championship hunt. It's over. But hats off to Florida State. Sorry for you guys. But in all honesty, you guys would get skull-drugged by Washington, by Texas, or Bama. But your opportunity is go beat Georgia. If you think the playoff committee got it wrong, go beat Georgia. Simple. Going into it, I'm excited. In all honesty, Bama didn't play a fully complete game, but they played good enough. They came good enough to make all the plays when they had to make plays. Tommy Rees, hats off to him. He called an amazing game. Every game the last 6 weeks, he's designed it different and brilliantly, the way he's done it. A lot of the receivers have stepped up. That's probably the best game I've seen Alabama's offensive line block all year. I mean, they were solid. Running backs picking up blitzers. I mean, just holding blocks, not getting penalties. It was a good called game by the refs. I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal. And I just can't get over just how far Bama's come, just how incredibly growth they've produced, throughout this year and where they've come. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm excited about the playoffs. I'm excited to go play Michigan, which is a great team. They run the ball well. They've got some bruisers on that offensive line. They usually don't make penalties, don't make big mistakes. They don't turn the ball over. We got some game planning to do, some scheming to do. We can get healthy to go into that game. But it's gonna be very interesting to see. Texas is a great team. What can you say about them? I mean, they've just progressed all year and done really well. And Washington, hats off to Washington. They're a great team. So it's gonna be a great team. I think personally, if I'm having to bet, I would say probably Texas and Bama the national championship for the game. But let's get into the transfer portal. Man, oh man, that is getting crazy. I mean, it's like the floodgates opened up with A&M, all them players jumping in, all the quarterbacks, from Washington State to, Duke to, Coastal Carolina to, you name it. They're just jumping in that portal like crazy. The backup quarterback at Georgia, who's a 5-star, amazing. He jumped in the portal. I mean, it's just raining players right now. The next few days are going to get spicy. It's going to get interesting to see how it kind of goes. These universities got to get that checkbook out. You got to go ahead and get it ready. Excuse me. It's going to be interesting, and I like the portal. I think it's a cool thing. It brings excitement and spiciness, but they're going to have to figure something out. I will say this. I think the NCAA needs to come down and say, look, you can transfer once in your career, and you can transfer and not sit out, not miss a beat. The second time you transfer, for any reason, you got to sit out a year. And that's how I feel about it. You got to sit out a year. Because it's getting wild out there in these streets. But it's gonna even out, I think, some of the powerhouses in football, and it's gonna be interesting to see how it kind of shakes out, and who goes where and what happens and this, that, and the other. But it's getting interesting. So we'll see how they do. Hopefully, Bama can pick up a few pulls out of that. It'd be nice if we get a big 5-star receiver from somewhere. Some defensive lineman would be great. Maybe a big tight end again. That'd be awesome. But again, like I said, I don't have enough great things to say about this Bama team and where they've come and what's gone down. I just want to get in here and express my thoughts on that. And later on in the week, we'll try to do another podcast and keep up to date with all this craziness action that's going on in college football. Anyway, peace out. Tide Talk Web is out.